Okay, so this is a little demonstration of how to make a custom app for the Chrome Web Store. And the app we're going to make isn't really much of an app, it's really just a link to a website. But this is useful because if at school you want to have links and pin them to the shelf along the bottom of a Chromebook, or you just want them to appear as an app for students, assuming they're signed into Chrome, they'll appear. So what we have to do is navigate to developer dashboard. So this is chrome.google.com/webstore/developer dashboard. There is a $5 charge for being able to do this, but it's not a great deal. And within the the Google Apps Management Console under Chrome policies, you do need to allow whoever is going to be doing this the right to publish custom apps. It's one of the policy settings that you'll find. So I've got a couple that I use already: homework site and my own chemistry site. So if I go into the launcher there, and I won't troll through all the apps, but you'll see chemistry at WPS with a Buckminster Fullerene is there, or homework site is also there. So to create these sorts of links and push them out to people, first of all you've got to make them, and that requires a few things being created before we click on the big blue button called Add New Item. So what I'm going to do is just look at my downloaded files, and first thing you've got to do is create this manifest file, and you'll need some sort of text editor to do this. I use one on my Chromebook called Text, and it's very good. In fact, I prefer it to Notepad on the PC. So I open up that manifest file, we'll see what it looks like. So this can be more or less the same for any custom link app. You can download this straight if you sort of Google it. I'll put it on my blog as well. And the bits you need to change are the name and the description. In this case I've got both of them being the same because it's kind of self-explanatory. You have a version number. Now when you modify your app you'll need to change the version number. It'll complain if you don't change the version number. You'll need to specify a PNG file, graphic file. So this is the icon that you're going to be able to see. So you're going to have to make a 128 by 128 pixel image. So use something like pixel art to do that. Here you'll need to specify the URL that the site's you're going to go to when you click on the app, and likewise here. So this is wpsit.weeklypart.org, and then you need to save that as manifest.json. Okay, don't call it anything else. Manifest.json. Next thing you'll need to have is your image file. It's got to be a PNG file, so make sure you save it as a PNG file, and that's 128 by 128. What you then need to do is take that file and the manifest file and turn them into a zip file, zip them together. So if you're on a Chromebook you can do that simply by uploading them to somewhere on your drive and then selecting them both and downloading them, and they'll be zipped. Or if you're on a PC, control select both of them, right click and then add to zip file. Either way you need to get this zip file here. So you need the manifest file and you need the icon file. You're going to need at least two of the files in a moment, and I'll show you what they are. Let's see whether this works. So once you've got that file you can add a new item, and it'll ask you for that zip file that you've just created. So I'm going to browse to that zip file, and we want the IT guide one. So the idea here is I'm going to pin the IT user guide onto the shelf so people might possibly look at it before they ask questions. That might be wishful thinking, it probably is, but you can give it a go. Click on open and then you click on upload, and at this point it will either go horribly wrong or it will work. Okay, so we're in business. That's probably nothing to worry about, but let's just check our file. It sometimes seems to worry about malform URLs and then works anyways. Where's our manifest file? There we go. Oh yeah, okay. You don't put that on the end, it will moan like Billy-O. Okay, so what we're going to do is try that again. This takes a little bit of patience, you might notice. I'm going to go to my drive. I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to upload that manifest file again. So you see another bit here. Where are we? Manifest file. Open. Upload. Okay, I'll have grabbed both of those and I'm going to download them as is. Download. Okay, that should download pretty quickly. There's not much there. Open that up. Just opened up the zip file there. Okay, so I'm going to find the other zip file, that one, and delete that one. So I'm not going to get confused, and that's the one I've just downloaded. I'll rename that IT guide. Okay, let's see whether it moans as much this time. So I can click on upload a different package and choose the file again, and then I can go to IT guide, click on open, click on upload, and this time it doesn't moan about malformed URLs. I don't really know what difference it makes putting the thing on the end. Doesn't seem to show the file unless you put this. Let's pick out that IT guide PNG. That's the one. Upload. Okay, so now we're in business. Now if you wanted to, you could write a long detailed description here, but I'm just going to put Wheatley Park School Staff IT User Guide. Could put something cheeky like meaning of life, the universe and everything. Okay, at this point you need to add a couple of other files. This are the sort of previews of whatever your site has, as it will appear on the App Store. So if you choose File, now you need a 12, well, there's several sizes you can go for. I've gone for 1280 by 800, that one. Um, 1280 by 800, that means I've got it the wrong size. Okay, well let's pop into pixel art and just check. Open image from computer. Oh yeah, okay, so I picked the wrong file. Okay, cancel, go away. Right, okay. We are going to have to make another one in a second. It's that one I meant to pick. That one is the right size. Yep. So you can see that appears hot. And then you need to have a promotional tile image. So this can be any of these sizes, but you have to at least have 440 by 280. So I'm going to go into pixel art and I'm just going to change the one I had, which is just a screen grab of my site, large IT. There we go. Click on that, and all I'm going to do is get an image, image size. I'm not going to be constraining that, so I want 440 by, I think it's 280 I need. Yeah, 440 by 280. 280. Okay, and it's a bit smaller. So I'm going to save that. JPEG will do. I'm going to call this one small. Okay, I'm just saving it in my download folder. Okay, and now I can upload that image. Choose files, and I want that one. And it likes that as well, which is good. Okay, at this point there's a variety of optional stuff you can do. The ones I've been doing are part of our domain. They're basically Google sites which have been mapped to something .weeklypart.org, and of course weeklypart.org is already our Google Apps domain and therefore our verified ownership. If you're pointing to other sites, then you need to verify ownership. You can't create apps, shortcuts to other people's sites. It won't let you do that. It has to be a site that you own. So it's a school URL, that's fine. So category, let's call this a teacher tool, I think. Okay, you've got to have a category. I'm going to select language, which is English United Kingdom for me. And the rest of this you can explore if you want to, but we don't need to. This Google site is for staff only, so there's 0 point in allowing anybody else to look at it because they'll just be asked to sign in and then they'll not get anywhere. So we're going to have Chrome Webstore users with a weeklypart.org account, and that, in theory, is it. So we publish changes, it'll moan at us if we've missed anything out. Okay, success first time. So there you go, that's WPS IT User Guide. That's a preview of what it'll look like in the Chrome Web Store for Weeklypart users. It's not there yet. It can take up to 60 minutes, as you've been told. I found it doesn't take 60 minutes. It maybe takes 10-15 minutes to materialize. Return to the dashboard. So there we go. This one is publish in progress, and you can see that it's weeklypart.org internal, our homework site I've made publicly, because I want parents to be able to look at it potentially. So that will go to published in a while and we'll be able to do something with it. The next step, once that's published, is being able to actually push it to users. So at that point you need to go to your admin console, and I'll just show you how I've done this for some which aren't in the process of being published. So you go to your admin console, and what you'll need to do is be in device management, Chrome, user settings, and this is an app I'm going to fire out to staff, not to students. So we see we've got teaching support staff and IT support. So for example, I want to fire it out to teaching staff, so I'm going to select that sub-OU, and then if I just shrink that dot a bit, we can go here. So the places we can fire it out, we can pre-installed apps and extensions, so we can manage pre-installed apps and extensions. We can fire it out as an installed app. We can also manage it as a pinned app, and we can also add it to our private collection for weeklypark.org. So that's just supposing I wanted to manage as a pinned app. I'd clicked on pinned app and it will appear under domain apps. So you can see that I've got 2 already, and if I wanted to pin chemistry at Wheatley Park School to the taskbar whenever a member of staff logs into a Chromebook, I could. They might not like me if I did that though. Homework one potentially could go there as a pinned app, as it's one that people, if we were to use that domain wide, would be quite a big one. Or I can just add it to the pre-installed apps again as a domain app. So you can see I've already added chemistry at Wheatley Park School there. So once you've created these links, you can pin them along the shelf of a Chromebook. You can have them there as pre-installed apps in Chrome, and have as many as you want really. They do take a few moments to make, and you obviously have to edit the images to the right size, but using something like Pixlr, that's fairly straightforward. Everything I've done here, I've done on a Chromebook. You don't need a PC or anything to do any of this. So Pixlr is very much your friend when you're editing this sort of stuff. Anyways, that's about it. And if I just refresh this, I doubt if it's going to be ready yet. No, it's still publishing in progress. So that one will be ready shortly, I would hope. I will stop that now.